Good morning, friends. Welcome to the second technical session of discussions on goods and service tax, an important landmark tax reform in Indian indirect taxation. Let us take a quick review. Of the session 1. In the first session, we discussed the overview of the GST Act and constitutional background, the problems which we have suffered so far, and where we are. The second session, which will be more important and under which we will try to understand the more technical details, more specifically key definitions, 3 stages of GST, that is SGST, CGST and IGST. Let us try to understand the basic definition. What do you mean by GST? Friends, try to remember there is no precise defined definition under GST Act as such of what do you mean by GST. But we have to understand at the concept level. For your understanding or for your ready reference, I will give the definition. Kindly please note down. It is a destination-based tax on consumption of goods. It is proposed to be levied at all stages, right from the manufacture up to the final consumption, with credit of taxes paid at the previous stages available as a set-off. In a nutshell, any value addition will be taxed and burden of tax is to be borne by the final consumer. Let us try to understand this definition with a simple technique of 5W1H, 5W1H. What, when, who, how, and why. So what is GST? GST is a consumption-based tax. Okay. When it will be paid, there are 2 dimensions to it. The point of payment of tax is different in case of goods and services. But important point to be noted here is it is a consumption-based. When goods will be consumed or when services will be utilized, then recipient of the service or consumer of the goods will pay the tax. Who will pay, that I answered, but who is one more has got dimension to who is going to charge. GST will be charged by the 2 different authorities. One is the central government, another is state government, and in case of interstate transactions, it will be charged by the central government, and that is precisely called as a CGST, SGST and IGST. How this will be charged is, again, there is GST Council and various rules and regulations, and the set mechanism there is there, which we'll discuss in the coming sessions soon. Why GST is a very well known answer or very well known phenomenon. Just like in order if we want to develop an economy, if we want to develop infrastructure, then it is one of the important tax. So with these 2 concepts, what, when, who, how and why, if you understand this definition, I think the concepts become very clear. Let us move to another some of the few definitions, that is what do you mean by supply and what is input tax credit, how it is availed. These are the different provisions. First thing is we have to understand in this case is the dual mechanism of That is, tax will be charged by central government, tax will be charged by state government, and in case of interstate transactions, it will be by IGST. So one of the important aspects of this CGST GST is that for the first time that states has been allowed to charge the tax on services. In previous indirect structure, it was not like that. In previous indirect tax structure, it was states were never allowed to charge the tax on services. But now states are entitled. Previously, CGST was on manufacture of goods. SGST was on, basically it was called as state VAT. But now with the revised SGST Acts, there is a wide scope and there is a different total tax section at all, which is very simplified and which is universally accepted. With this, I think if you have understood this definition very clearly, then we will go to the second definition, that is supply. What do you mean by supply? Friends, my sincere request is try to understand this definition and be interactive. If you have raised some doubts or if I got some queries, please note down it. We will answer and we will discuss at the end of the session. We will move further to the concept of supply.